Jen, and I wanted to do a new kind of video. I wanted to do a question and answer series on Twitter. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, you can find me at FRMHEADTOTOE. I'll leave the name right up here. I wanted to give you guys a chance to just kind of ask me anything. So we're calling this Ask Jen Anything. So the first question is by Lisa at The Lovely Memoir, and she asks, "Hi Jen, what clothing stores would you recommend for petite girls?" If you guys don't know, I'm like a pretty tiny person. I think I'm 4'10", but I swear to you, all of my friends who say they're 4'11" are exactly the same height as me. So I don't know, I'm 4'10", 4'11". So some of my favorite places to shop if you're petite is number one, ASOS, because they have an entire petite section and they make things that are literally fittable for me right off the rack, which is really unusual. I also like Topshop Petites. They have really cute clothes, really trendy. They're a little bit pricier, but I really think their pieces really stand out compared to other stores. And I also really love Aritzia because their cuts are just really sleek and modern. And I think they have really fantastic basics. Like my very favorite pair of faux leather pants are from there and I wear the heck out of them. Jennifer HX3 asks, "What's your prized possession?" And I know this sounds really stupid, but I kind of think my prized possession is my dog Orion. Grace Park at It's a Grace asks, "I'm heading to Korea soon and I was wondering what are good Korean makeup and skincare products and brands?" In the Myeongdong area, there's like a ton of really cute makeup stores. I love Etude House. Definitely try out their lip products because they're just like super fabulous and smell really great and look really cute on the lips. They also have really great eye pencils. And if you're looking for skincare stuff, I definitely recommend looking at Laneige. At Apple Young is asking, "What are the 5 makeup products that you will bring with you on a vacation?" 5. I would say right now, especially if I'm trying to pack light, I would bring my Lorac Skinny Palette, the neutral one, my Clinique Cheek Pop Blush in Plum Pop, my Urban Decay Cannonball Mascara, false lashes. If it's only 5, then probably my concealer from Maybelline, the Fit Me one. At ET Box asks, "Wanna ask, how do you treat your pimples and do a light makeup yet high coverage kind of look? Need to save my face." I think the most important thing is to do any kind of like treatment products, pimple creams and stuff like that first along with your skincare, and then do a really light wash of foundation. And then you're going to go in with a really high coverage concealer, which is probably the most important part. Don't put this all over your face, just put it exactly on the spots that you need and really gently blend around the edges of it so you have the most concentration right on the top of the pimple. That way your skin doesn't look like it has high coverage all around, like from a really thick foundation. You're just covering the spots that need to be covered, but you're still going to have that overall luminous finish like you just have perfect skin. Kim Gawan 93EN asks, "What's your Korean name? Have you visited Korea?" My Korean name is Sugyung, and my trip to Korea last time was almost 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago, and it was amazing. It was also the first time my husband got to see Korea, so it was like so worth it. Just a really amazing trip. It's changed so much since the 8 years before when I went there last time, which is just crazy. At Bow Down It's Anna is asking, "Has anyone ever told you that you wear too much makeup?" I get this a lot and it's extremely annoying. I honestly haven't really been told that a lot. I mean, a lot of the times I go out, maybe it's for a makeup event, and so I intentionally wear more makeup. On a day-to-day basis, I don't wear as much makeup as on my filming days where I'm actually like trying to look good on camera. So I would say there are a couple things you can do. I think for the most part when people are talking about saying, "Oh, it looks like you're wearing too much makeup," it's either wearing too much on the eyes, the colors might be a little bit strong, or you're wearing too much on your skin. So that tends to be not so much from foundation, but from powders to get that really cakey matte look. So you might try a more luminous foundation and skip the powder. That's one thing. Or applying it with a buffer brush so it just gives that airbrushed look without looking too heavy. Or for the eyeshadows, try going like just 1 to 2 notches lighter for the actual shade of the eyeshadow. So you're still doing the same amount of makeup, but it won't come off as looking like too aggressive. But what I always recommend just in life in general is to experiment with your makeup. You know, have some days where you're wearing less, have some days where you're wearing more, just to get more used to seeing yourself in all the different variations. That way you can get more comfortable with different versions of yourself, which I think is always a healthy thing. At Blockheads LA asks, what snow cream flavor and topping would you like to see from us next? Well, Blockheads, I'm so excited that you tweeted me because you're my favorite dessert. Okay, if you guys haven't had Blockheads, it's like this really amazing shaved snow in LA. It's my favorite. I really like the original flavor, but I think it would be amazing if you guys did like a caramel or toffee or honey flavor. Please. At Feliciano Eugene is asking, why do you like Pad by Gung Ho so much? Isn't Onipong by Kakao Talk much better match game? My favorite game right now is actually Zoom Zoom by Line. I'm still playing Pad. Don't play Onipong quite as much, but Zoom Zoom is definitely the most amazing game on the iPhone right now. The best. At Bright Glows, Heather is asking, what's your favorite book at the moment? So the one I am currently reading that I'm really loving is called The Name of the Wind. I'm a huge fan of fantasy and fiction books, so this is one that falls into that category really nicely. It's just really well written, it's really exciting. I've been listening to the audiobook, but I think I actually want to go back and read the real text book as well, so I don't miss any details. That's how much I like it. I'm wanting to read it twice. So I highly recommend it. Sarah Sasaski is asking, I loved the video you were featured in last Mother's Day. When you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? I remember being about 4 years old and watching a ballet on TV and just being completely enamored. So my very first thing I wanted to be was a ballerina. And then I went to preschool and I was a big ham and I wanted to be a comedian. And then I started drawing a lot and then I wanted to be an artist. So I guess I got my third dream, kind of. At Vanny Chula is asking, your eyes look like they changed. Did you get anything done to them? Monolid no more? Love your videos, such a talent, girl. Thank you so much. Actually, I have never gotten any kind of like surgeries or anything like that. And especially my eyes. I've said this before, they kind of do whatever the heck they want. Sometimes they have a crease, sometimes they don't. If you look back over the years of videos that I've done, if you have the close-up on my eyes, sometimes it's monolided, sometimes there's a little crease, sometimes there's unevenness going everywhere. It's just something that has happened for the last several years, and I would just guess it's going to continue doing that, other than when I wear lashes. It gives me a crease, and then when I cry a lot after it's been stuck in a crease for a while, it'll go back to being monolided. So right now, actually, my eyes are both in their natural monolid state when I don't have any makeup on. At Katie Joanna is asking, what camera and photo editing software do you use for pictures? So the camera I've been using is the same one I've used for the last couple of years. It's the Canon 5D Mark III, which I really love. And then for photo editing software, I use Photoshop, which I guess I've done Photoshop stuff since I was in high school. Plus I worked as a designer, so I love Photoshop. And then for those of you who are curious, the video editing software I use is Final Cut Pro X. Cecilia Null is asking, how was your experience dating and marrying someone not Korean, as in how your family reacted, what you went through, etc. To give you guys just a little bit of background on my relationship, I've been married for about 6.5 years now to my husband Ben, who's amazing, and he is helping me with the camera right now. He is Caucasian, and we actually dated for 7 years before we got married, so that was kind of plenty of time for both of our parents to get to know each other and get used to the whole idea. Like, it was probably zero problem with his side of the family. They were always really normal and cool about me being Korean. For my parents, I would say my mom especially, it's not that she was ever against it, she just kept suggesting single Korean guys in the area, probably through about 4 years of me dating my boyfriend. So that's a little awkward, but she wasn't ever like, you can't date this guy, you can't date that guy, I will disown you. It wasn't anything like that. It's just more like she would have preferred that I date and marry a Korean guy. But also, I was from Kansas, so there weren't a lot of Korean guys available there. It's not like LA, you guys. Like 99% white people. So I don't think it's all that unusual that I ended up dating a white guy. But honestly, once we dated for so long and we've been married for so long, we have our own home culture, and it's just a hybrid culture. So I always joke that Ben's Korean because culturally he has absorbed a lot of Koreanness into his culture, and I'm also kind of in between cultures as well because I'm Korean but I was born in the US. We actually have a very comfortable home life. We mesh well with each other's culture, and I don't think it really has to be this way or that way. As long as you get along with your partner and you just have your own home rules and home culture, then I think that's the most important thing. So I guess that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this Ask Jen Anything video. If you would like to submit your question for my next Ask Jen Anything video, just use hashtag AskJenAnything on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube comments, however you would like. Do that and ask me whatever you want, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. I love you. Thank you for being awesome, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.